Creative freelancers, whether you're new, I know I say new creative freelancers, but it's kind of most freelancers struggle to turn their talents into profits. Their talents and their creative abilities into a creative business. And that's usually because of a lack of knowledge and skills in running a business, which is a totally different game. It's a complex machine. It's like the whole left brain, right brain thing. You're creative and you're good at what you do, but how do you turn that into a business? The secret sauce here, this is it. This is the slide that tells you the answer to your success. The concept here is the rule of ones, and I'm gonna break it down. Focus on one client persona, one offer, one traffic source, and one conversion method for 1 year. You're definitely going to see something amazing happen in your business. The closer you get to this, the better results you're going to see. Why does this work? These 5 steps, client, persona, offer, marketing channel, conversion method, 1 year, all focusing on one thing. Because complexity kills progress. The more you add in, the more you put on your plate, the more things you're doing, the worse you do everything that you're doing. Just think about it. Think that you're making breakfast in the morning and you're cooking and you're making coffee and you're also trying to help your kid with homework while simultaneously vacuuming and painting your house. All of those things are going to fail. Not only will you probably burn your house down, your kids are going to fail the homework lesson. You probably vacuumed the shag rug and it tangled up in your vacuum and broke your vacuum and you made a mess with paint. Like, all of it's a mess. It just sounds stupid. It sounds ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous, but that's what most freelancers are doing. Okay, so this is most freelancers. This is most of our brains. This is why most freelancers aren't succeeding. We're creative, so our brains are firing at all cylinders, right? But that doesn't help in business, okay? So this is what's happening with most freelancers. It looks like this. You're a brand expert, web designer, graphic designer. You're also dabbling in database dev, AI, game design, and you're helping restaurants, healthcare, coaches, your mom's friend, healthcare. You're using WordPress, EditorX, Custom Code, Tailwind, Canva, Bootstrap, Figma. You're also a software coach, email marketing, copywriting. You heard about this, you followed this, you do this, and you never, ever get your portfolio done at the end of the day. It's just a total mess. This is why freelancers don't succeed. This right here. Agree? Got it. Okay. This is what you should be aiming for. One thing. That's why the whole thing is the rule of ones. The more you layer in, the higher likelihood of you failing at the thing. It should look more like this. This is an example. Don't think that this is exactly what you need to be doing, but this is an example. Let's say you focus on web design using EditorX as a platform for online coaches. That's more of my niche. I quite literally build sites and marketing collateral with EditorX for coaches. It's just the niche that I've found when I deliver services to my clients and I do web design services. Okay? So, one client persona. What is a client persona? Client persona is a pretend person, and it represents your target customer. Creating one's going to help you understand who they are, what they suffer with, and I use that word very specifically, suffer, not what problem do they have or what's kind of annoying to them, because if you have an itch, you can scratch it. You can go up to the door jamb and rub your back on the corner of the door. But if you're suffering with something, you need immediate and urgent help. That's where you want to be, okay? This is going to make everything easier. It all hinges first, like if you're building a tower of Lego blocks, on the base. This is the base, the client persona. Who? Now here's the thing. Different folks, different strokes. Every client persona is going to have different needs, problems, and solutions. So all of you are going to come up with different client personas. All different types of people, different markets, geographics, psychographics, behaviors, okay? But here's what's cool. EditorX can meet those demands. No matter who your client persona is, I am willing to bet that EditorX can take care of it. So for example, you're in the health and fitness industry and you want to serve people in that industry and you love it. Okay, well, maybe your target clients are fitness studios and they need a website that has class booking functionality so they can sell tickets or sell admissions or sell memberships. Well, EditorX has that capacity where you can still use EditorX, accommodate those types of clients. What if you are in the online shops and retail industry and your target clients are online shop owners, e-com, and they require that online store functionality where they can sell products, handle shipping, taxes, all that stuff. Yes, it can take care of that. Events and conferences. Maybe your target clients run large conferences online or offline, and they need the capacity on their website for large amounts of traffic to book tickets, to view schedules, to RSVP for certain events. Yes, can handle it. Large companies, maybe your target clients and you're the agency owners in the house, and you got bigger clients, they got large traffic, they require a lot of security on their sites and reliability, and they're globally recognized brands. Okay, well, again, yes, it can handle it. The point here is having EditorX in your corner as a freelancer is going to empower you to grow and deliver versatile and valuable solutions to whoever your target clients happen to be. So when you work out your target customer persona and you want to move forward and you want to use EditorX as that tool to help you grow, well, you can rest assured it can help you. All right. One offer. This is the next step. So we got one customer persona, one offer. So the offer is the key to the client's lock. Think of it that way. Seth Godin says, don't find customers for your products, find products for your customers. I think it's a really cool switcheroo way of thinking of it. Instead of going, here's my solution, who wants to buy it? A lot of us do that. You go, who do I want to serve? And what do they really suffer with? What do they need? What's their lock? I'm going to go and manufacture a key, open it for them. And because there's one of them, there's 1,000 of them. And that is that secret. You find that, that's why I said the customer persona is the base. You find out what do you need? I want to serve you. I'm in business to serve you. And then you find out what they suffer with and you find that key. You make the key and you get better and better at producing that key. This is what it visualized looks like. Many offers versus one offer. Many offers is you spreading yourself thin and trying lots of different things and never knowing what's working because you can't know. One offer is you're trying this out and you're listening for signal and you keep turning that dial up and you keep moving and you make progress. It's like running. If you run for one day, you're not going to see any efforts, okay? If you're like, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to run, I'm going to diet, I'm also going to do a lot of push-ups, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to be a swimmer, I'm going to do jumping jacks, I'm going to try that, CrossFit thing, I'm going to do this. So you're doing 7 or 8 different things to be healthy, and then you basically don't see any progress because you burn yourself out and you're like, I don't know what this is. But if you're like, I'm going to run every day, that's it. And you do that for like 3 months, 6 months, a year, you're going to be a runner. It's as simple as that. Now, in my example, like I said, I use EditorX to build out the website, build out the marketing collateral, the course curriculum, student management, course sales dashboard. This is something that you can do in EditorX, which is amazing. So in that offer that I put together, this is something that I can deliver. So why does this work? You found the lock, you've created the key, and now what you can do is repeat that offer, refine it, get feedback, find out what works, what doesn't, improve it, get testimonials, and massage that offer and repeat it so that you can reap the rewards. Visualize Value, Twitter account by Jack Butcher. He visualizes usually Naval Ravikant's thoughts and solve via iteration, then get paid by repetition. Looks something like this. So this is you solving via iteration, you figuring out who am I serving? What do they suffer with? And so you got that offer, you're trying out your offer, you're playing with it, you're tweaking it until you find what they really need, and then you repeat it. You get paid by a repetition. If you just stopped at creating shapes, you'll just be constantly creating new shapes and you're not compounding on top of that. Whereas when you get paid by a repetition, you can keep getting better and better and better and becoming truly world-class at your offer. Now, we're moving on to the next piece here. One marketing channel. This is the next piece. Freelancers, sorry, not sorry, are lousy marketers. It's because typically we don't know where to put our efforts and we don't track our results. We're usually trying to be everywhere at once. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email marketing. We're all over the place and we're doing it all by ourselves. It's not like we have a team doing all that for us and we're doing everything, hoping that something's gonna stick. So pick one channel that is going to give you good signal, that has some sort of promise, or that's where your target clients hang out, and stick with it for a long time, 1 year. And throughout, measure your results. Here are some ideas. I just threw them up on the screen here, and I created a little Notion board for myself. This is the way I think. How long does this take? How easy it is? Is it scalable? What's the marketing goal? So direct outreach, content marketing, networking, referrals, niche communities, email, social, video, podcasting, paid ads. That's for a different stage in the business. Collaborations, directories and marketplaces, public speaking, events, influencer marketing. These are just some ideas. Why does this work? If you're consistent in one area over time, you're going to see results and your efforts are going to compound. It looks like this. The results and the time and effort. Most of us will do this, and just duck out right here because nothing's basically happening. But what this is doing is it's laying the foundation for, something happens right there. And then it compounds. And then you're out of control. And then you have good problems. Like I have too many clients. I'm too booked. My offers are too varied. My pricing is too low for what I really need it to be. Okay, conversion method. What's a conversion method and why? Does it matter? Focusing on a single conversion method improves your chances of converting potential clients. Test different methods and find the best fit for your target audience. So what is this conversion method? It's a specific strategy or a tactic that's used to persuade and convince potential clients to take the action that you want them to take. I'll give you some examples. So here's your target audience on the left. Here's the marketing goal, leads on the right, for example. I'll show you some examples. That's the conversion method. So I need to get John Doe on a consultation call so I can make sales. Okay. Here's another example. John Doe, maybe my marketing goal is to get some leads. So I want email addresses that I can nurture a relationship over the course of the next week or two. So my conversion method is maybe a landing page. Okay. Landing page to get that email. Here's a good example. EditorX site, you can create a beautiful, high converting landing page quickly, easily. You don't need to go around to all these landing page builders just to string together some site. You can actually build a beautiful landing page that you can later expand into your full site in EditorX, put that email opt-in in there to get those leads. 1 year. This brings us to the fifth piece here. Building blocks, remember? We're at 1 year. Why a year? If you follow your plan for a year and regularly review and adjust the plan on a quarterly basis to ensure progress, you can adapt as you go, so you can make subtle course changes to get yourself to a certain part where you're nice and steady on a good click. So why does this matter? Why 1 year? Nothing happens overnight. Short-term wins do not equal long-term success. You can have some nice little wins, but they don't mean that you're going to succeed long-term. They might be indicators, but it's not exactly what it is. So you need time. This creates momentum and consistency. It creates discipline, and it makes it almost effortless. You just do the hard thing. It discourages giving up when something goes wrong, because if we're just like going for a run and we hurt our ankle or hurt our knee, and then you quit after 4 days, well, that's it. But if your goal is like, no, I'm doing this for a year. This set me back a week or two, no worries. I'm getting right back up. It's discipline, it's doing the hard thing. Quarterly reviews allow you to adapt. So if you're doing it for a year and something's not quite right, let's say you're running a certain path or your shoes suck, or maybe your technique is bad, you don't stretch. Okay, adjust, tweak it up a little bit. Get those tights, those compression tights. Maybe that'll help. Like you want to do something to tweak throughout the year. The roadmap to success is very, very simple. But simple doesn't mean easy, okay? I've given you that 5-part step, that 5-part roadmap that I would follow. I'm not just like blowing smoke here or just saying like, hey, this sounds nice. It's an actual roadmap that I would follow and do follow anytime in my service business or my coaching or education training business. I'm not quite clear. I know that my brain and what I'm doing is all over, and I've got those arrows pointing in all directions. Hone it in on one channel, focus, and go. This is what I would do. This is what I do. And anyone with any significant sized business, freelance, agency, or otherwise, if you talk to them deep enough, you'll see that following some semblance of this is why it worked. They said, I focused on this, and I just did that. I simplified and focused. That's what got me some traction. But with this, there's 3 keys to making sure that you succeed. First key is mentorship. learning from those who came before you, who were successful before you. That's the key. And helping you unlock your potential. They help you read the label from outside the jar. Accountability. These are those accountability partners. Provide structure. You stay disciplined, stay on track, turning dreams into reality. You're running, you tell somebody, I'm a runner and I'm terrible at it and I don't think I can do it, but you are going to make sure I do it. That's an accountability partner. And key 3, you need some support. You need a community. It's key to getting help, motivation, camaraderie during the hard parts. You're running. Again, I'm using this running. I'm not even a runner, but I get the idea here. It's hard. It's not enjoyable, but you do it because you know it's good for you physically and mentally. And you're running, you're halfway through and you're like, man, this sucks. Like I'm in pain. I don't like this. It's gray and rainy outside, but you got a buddy running beside you. In fact, you got an army of people running with you and going like, go, don't give up. Let's go. Like push through. We've got this. That's support. That's community. And so that's Creative X Crew. Mentorship, accountability, support. Nice little Venn diagram here. We're smack dab in the bullseye between those 3. That's what we provide. It's my free, keyword, free online community for creative professionals like you who want to skyrocket their business and achieve their goals as a freelancer or agency founder. You're going to be you're already on this path together. Okay. So you get to continue this journey together. You get that army. You're running solo right now. You're going to be adopted into the Creative X Crew. Now you got all of us behind you. Okay. And some of us ahead saying like, go, go, go this way, do this, watch out for this. There's a pothole. Okay. You get mentorship from experts, not only myself, but there's other people we bring in to help teach you stuff. Support from 1,000+ creative professionals in all walks of life, places in the world, stages in their business, from nothing to multiple 6 figures a year, everyone in between. Accountability, like-minded crew members, resources, training, events, networking, it's all there. Here's just a little peek behind the curtain, what you get if you're not already there. Activity feed lets you see what's new at a glance. You can filter through, you can adjust your notification settings. I like this space more than this space. I want to go to that event. It's all there. Join a live workshop. We do office hours every week. On Mondays, we do a co-working session. We just chill, bring coffee, we play some music. We don't talk. We just work on something. Okay. We do actual events like workshops, typography workshops, things like what we're doing right now. You can also join a course. We're adding to this as we go and figuring out what do people need, but you can learn something new. Get live coaching, weekly feedback as you put your workbook into action. And I'm inviting you to do that. You can do that right now. You can take a little snappy snap right there so you don't have to go anywhere on your phone unless you're using your phone to watch the webinar. And we're going to continue this conversation in the Creative X Crew. So friends, there's that QR code again. We're going to give you the link, the email, the follow-up. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Continue the journey and this conversation over in the Creative X Crew later on after this webinar. I just want to thank again, Dribbble, Editor X, all of you for coming and attending.